Want healthier, stronger, shinier hair? Tired of products that don't work for coily or kinky hair? Meet 12 Tribes, the vegan hair care line designed for you. Our products are made with love for your gorgeous coils. We offer hair growth butters, oils, shampoos, and hairsprays. These products help your hair grow long, thick, and shiny. Imagine a hair care line that's 100% vegan and perfect for coily hair. No more guessing if it's really going to work for you. Our butters are rich and nourishing, feeding every strand. Our oils are lightweight but powerful, sealing in moisture without greasy residue. Shampoos and butters leave your hair clean and soft, never stripped. What sets us apart? Our dedication to your hair's needs. No harsh chemicals, just effective, natural ingredients. And the results speak for themselves. Start your journey to healthier, shinier hair today. Visit our Etsy shop, Lisa Crafts. Click the link in the description below. Give your hair the care it deserves. Join our satisfied customers and see the difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden is making a promise to Black Americans. And see, we shouldn't be falling for this a second time around at all. You know, we saw what happened the first time when promises were made he was going to have our back and all that stuff. And then this man continued to ignore us. The same old, tired, worn out game of benign and neglect, and you don't do nothing for Black people and all that stuff. Don't fall for this a second time around. We've been down this road too many times. We already know what the end result is. It's always the same. It doesn't matter if it's a Republican or a Democratic president. It's always the same at the end of the day. They have all been conditioned to believe you don't do anything for Black people. It's a lesson that must be learned in the here and now. Biden issues warning to Black Americans, promises change if reelected. Nothing's going to change, y'all. President Biden on Tuesday issued a grave warning to Black voters about what is at stake in this year's election. Speaking at the 115th NAACP National Convention in Las Vegas on Tuesday, Biden spoke of Project 2025, a controversial transition plan some conservatives have vowed to adhere should former President Trump be reelected in November. I'm not even paying attention to that project. I hope our people stop running around here acting like it's something to be scared of. To be honest, we've been under Project 2025 for the last 400 years. I'm not in fear of it. So, anyway, back to this. The MAGA officials will undo everything the NAACP stands for, Biden said. They want to deny you your freedom, the freedom to vote, have your vote counted. They imposed a nationwide ban on, the A word. I'm not being dramatic, but we cannot let this happen, Biden added. Trump has denied having anything to do with Project 2025, but the plan has become a hot topic for Democrats in the month leading to the November election. But Biden also detailed what his administration would do for Black Americans if reelected. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all get ready for the telling us it's going to be this stuff for Black Americans, and then it's ultimately going to be stuff for everybody. Let's get into it. On his first day of his second term, Biden promised to call on Congress to pass protections against voter suppression, including the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. We were never asking about anything regarding voter suppression. And why are you passing this on to Congress when you can just stroke a pen and do an executive order? Just asking questions. And the Freedom Act to vote. So, the Freedom to Vote Act, again, we weren't asking for that. We were not asking for that. He also said he would ensure the nation would see police reform by passing the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. Nope, y'all pulled that the first time. Y'all pulled that the first time, Democratic Party. And then what did you do? You shrugged your shoulders and said you couldn't get it passed. And then from that point on, for the last 4 years, y'all never brought it up again. Again, why don't Joe Biden do this by executive order? You know why? He doesn't want to get rid of qualified immunity. He said that, and so did Donald Trump. They don't believe the police should be punished for anything they do. They don't want qualified immunity to go away. And Joe Biden said, if anything, he wants more police on the street. No, don't have amnesia about what Joe Biden said. And this is just duplicating what they said before he got in for the first term. The same topic, the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act came up then, and they swore up and down, if you remember, they were going to get this passed, they were going to get this through. And what happened? It flopped. Don't fall for this. They're not going to get anything done for us. They're not going to do it. They're telling you, he's telling you this because he's listening to us on social media and see how happy many people are in the Black community when it comes down to politics in this country. And they're listening to us when we're saying we've been voting all these decades and we have gotten nothing out of it. Oh, they're listening. If he wasn't, he would not be talking like this. This bill did not pass the first time, y'all. There is no reason for us to believe it's going to pass a second time around for the simple fact that they're not even lobbying this bill. They're not out here working hard to lobby the bill to get it passed. You don't see them doing nothing. You didn't see them even lobbying the bill the first time around. Don't fall for it. He also promised to restore Roe v. Wade. The ruling legalized access to, the A word that the court overturned 2 years ago. We weren't screaming about Roe v. Wade. What he said is a load of BS. We were never hollering and screaming about Roe v. Wade in the Black community. Them folks were screaming and hollering about it, and they were all on social media trying to get Black women to join them out in the streets. I remember that. And those were mainly white women out on the street when it was overturned. It was overwhelmingly white women. Wow. Audience members applauded, chanting 4 more years. As the president spoke, Black voters are a crucial demographic Biden must win over if he hopes to remain in the White House in November. Yeah, well, I thought we were nobody. We were just 13% of the population, a bunch of nobodies. Okay. So, according to the 2020 exit polls, 87% of Black voters cast their ballots for Biden, just 2% points lower than Hillary Clinton in 2016. Support, but significantly lower than former President Barack Obama, 93% in 2012. But Trump has also been hoping to build Black voter support this year. Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Republicans, stop running around here talking about Black people are going to vote for Trump over his indictments and over him being shot and over some damn sneakers. Okay, saying that stuff ain't going to win you any more votes. You may have a handful now. That's about all you're going to have leading up to the polls if you keep that rhetoric up because it's not true. But that is historic, y'all, making stuff up about us. So, anyway, so Trump is hoping to build up his black voter support this year, and he has used popular black leaders. Wait a minute. What popular black leader? Tim Scott? Byron Donalds? I'm trying to figure out because he likes coons. Donald Trump likes raccoons. Those are not popular black leaders. I hope that's not who you mean. And celebrities to spread his message. Most notably, Trump leaned on reality TV star Amber Rose, who I absolutely, and I know many others do not follow this woman at all, nor have I ever followed her before in the past. She, in my opinion, it just wasn't that interesting. Who spoke at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on Monday evening. Still, Biden on Tuesday made his case for Black voters gathered at the Mandalay Bay Convention Center. Okay, you're not making any case if you're not talking about reparations, doing something about qualified immunity, and Joe Biden knows what we want. He knows. He knows. That's why he's avoiding those topics. They know what we're talking about. They know what's going on social media. And where's our crime bill? Joe Biden, we need protection more than anyone else in this country because we are attacked the most. All these other groups that you've given protections to, they weren't attacked nearly as much as the Black community. So he goes on and he spoke of his administration investing 16 billion into historically black colleges and universities. Again, the vast majority of the black community is not in an HBCU. So those of us that are not there, we get nothing out of that $16 billion. So then he goes on and says forgiving student loans. Okay. Again, there's a lot in our community. They're saying they really didn't get much of nothing off of their student loans. So they still have that student loan debt. And enacting legislation such as the Emmett Till Anti Lynching Act, which will never be in full effect because to this very day, when they find a lynched black man, and yes, it's still going on today, it's always called a suicide by the police department that shows up and declare it without any kind of medical examination, nothing. The police department becomes experts at what's a suicide and what's not. And as long as they call all of these lynchings that are still going on suicide, then the Emmett Till Anti Lynching Act is garbage. In fact, the Emmett Till Anti Lynching Act would not have even saved Emmett Till. It would have been useless to him, which made lynching a federal crime. That's why they're declaring all of these hanging black men and women. There's been some women sprinkled in there too. Suicide. They don't want to declare it a federal crime because then the feds come in there. So that's why everything is and always will be suicide. Even when their hands are tied behind their back and they're up high in the tree, it's suicide. So that's not helping one single person in our community. There's been no more important voice in that truth than the voices of the Black community. When America has failed to live up to what it say we believe, you don't give up hope, and nor do I. No, no, wrong, wrong. You should be saying we need to do better. When we make promises, we need to carry through on those promises. No, you don't tell us, I know we keep giving you hope, and you never give up. That's not the message I want to hear. What are you going to do to change that? What are you going to do to turn it around? That's not on the Black community. That's on the politicians that are making these empty promises. It's on you to fix that. We've always loved this country, even when it has not loved us back. Well, who is we? White people, y'all have not experienced that. Only us. So anyway, I don't know who we is. So anyway, we've worked hard and hard as hell. Just think about it. Our children, your children, grandchildren, ask yourself what America you want to leave them. My answer is an America of hope, fairness, opportunity, and possibilities. And my thing is, if I had to leave America, I'm not hopeful that those things will happen with the current people in charge, because the present people in charge are very unconcerned about being fair. They have demonstrated this now for centuries. They could care less about us. They're in it for themselves, and they have always been that way. So when you say, what kind of America are you going to leave? Actually, if the same faces that we're looking at are in charge, you're going to be leaving that America. One filled with selfishness, one filled with empty promises they never have any intention on doing. They'll say anything to get what they want. And then once they get what they want, we get ignored. And this is what I'm saying about Joe Biden. He's already demonstrated this during his first term. Remember, oh, pretty soon you're going to have to go to the Hispanics to get things done. Remember him talking to our people like that? Nah, this man ain't changed, y'all. He needs you to vote for him. And I promise you, the same thing you saw the first time around, you're going to see the second time around. He is absolutely not going to do one thing for us. And the things that he has mentioned in here are none of the things that we have been chattering about online all this time. We are not complaining about no voter suppression and freedom to vote. We haven't been chattering about stuff like that. So it's just a bunch of it's another fistful of nothing at the end of the day. And if they really wanted to get the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act done, they should have been talking about that and pushing it, and we saw no movement on this, not last year, the year before, and we certainly haven't seen them really pushing hard on that this year. So to me, he just went to this event and took up space and did nothing more than just that. But you're going to have to tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.